What if we had more time? Time is something of which there is never enough. Everyone is rushing around in a fog trying to make it from one task to the next. This hamster wheel that we're on is keeping us in a constant state of panic. We're spinning plates, barely. This state of frenzy causes us all to bear the burden of mediocrity and the guilt that comes with it. We're trying to accomplish so much that we're forced into a "that's good enough" mentality as we try to pull it all off. Every moment of our day is filled. We try to maintain our lives. We work. Some of us are parents. We're Facebooked to death. We feel mediocre and inadequate as we compare our lives to the edited versions of one another. I've been a hairstylist for 25 years now. Every day I hear the stories of people's lives, and I love their stories. I'm amazed at what some of them have overcome. I've given little girls their first haircuts, then their updos for prom, then their hair for their wedding. Now I do their children's hair. I've watched them grow up, and they're tired. We are all tired. I hear them talk about the time they spend at the ball diamond, the soccer field, football practice, PTO meetings, how overwhelmed they are at work as they check their emails from their phone while they're sitting in my chair for their tiny piece of me time. I've asked myself, what's changed? What's different from when I was a kid? Wasn't the world just a little slower? Patience is gone. The loss of time. We wrote letters, not emails or text messages. We had conversations. We talked on a telephone attached to a wall in the kitchen while our mothers were preparing dinner for our families. Families had dinner time. We rode our bikes, we played hide and seek and kickball outside while our parents watered the lawn and talked to each other about their day. So why now is there so much of a lack of quality time? Today, more than 40% of children are born to single mothers, and divorce is routine. But that being said, there's never been a better time in the history of the world to be a woman. Women now have choices of education, fair pay, and childcare. With these choices come opportunity to support ourselves, free from a spouse who may be an alcoholic, lazy, philandering, and even abusive. But that comes with a price. If your child's father chooses to be a part of their life, you will have to divide time. Holidays, summer breaks, half your child's life will be spent away from you in a different house. And you'll have to work. So only about a quarter of their childhood is actually spent with you. And forget about nurturing relationships. There isn't time for that. It seems we live in a world where things and people are discarded as quickly as they are embraced. Our world is fast, transient, and disposable. We're in a dead panic to have some sort of impact, to leave some mark, something that makes us just a little immortal. And we want our kids to leave a footprint too. So we sign them up for everything from ballet and karate, soccer to football. While these activities can teach kids important life lessons, there seems to be no balance. We're always running. We're away from our homes. Drive-through dinners with a movie playing in the back seat of the car. We do this until they turn 18 and then send them out into the world, a dangerous world, with little knowledge how to live. Okay, time to be a grown-up now. Good luck. Do well in school. You have to do well in school because you'll want a good job. You're going to need a car, a new car, a mortgage, and cable television. Now go. Go, go, go. Go have no time to breathe. Then we send them a text telling them how much we love them, and we add a cute little emoji. Technology is amazing, yet simultaneously horrible and destructive. We hand our kids iPads, iPods, laptops, video games, just to quiet them so we can catch our breath before dinner. During dinner, after dinner, before bed, TV blaring. Hopefully the homework is in there somewhere. Then, at the end of our day, we take our laptops to bed with us instead of our partner to drift into the mindless void of binge watching on Netflix. We pour ourselves into the sordid lives of fictitious characters, drug-riddled, murderous, adulterous, horrific characters. We are desensitized to violence. We are simply numb and exhausted. We're training all our brains to operate only on rapid fire. Now we need to be entertained and stimulated 24/7 until we collapse into our brief and interrupted sleep. We are producing the next generation of out-of-focus frenzy. This insanity needs to stop, and it needs to stop now. Kids worry and inspire me. A 21-year-old son fighting to find his way in the world and coming up short. A 10-year-old daughter, born 4 months premature, weighing only 1 pound. How she fought to be alive. And where is her hope for a lust for life and learning? I want my daughter to be 10 for a few more years. I want my kids to reflect on their childhoods with good memories of beautiful and exciting moments, not a string of endless media and a tired, busy mom. There's such little innocence left in this world. It's a different world because we're parenting differently. We are producing different people than our parents did. Cluttered minds are raising cluttered children in a cluttered world. Stop. Stop and think about what the world was like before technology consumed us. Remember when we used to examine our lives instead of taking personality quizzes on Facebook? Think about your childhood. Think about literature, poetry. Henry David Thoreau wrote about Walden, life in the woods. Robert Frost wrote, "Two roads diverged in a yellow wood." Emily Dickinson, "A light exists in spring." The message to observe and breathe in nature has been a common theme for centuries. My father used to make up stories about the little Native American girl Hiawatha and her adventures in the forest. Native Americans went on vision quests in the desert. Get outside, disconnect, unplug. And I don't mean the campground with free Wi-Fi. I mean out there on the edge of the world. When I look at the ocean, or I stand on the edge of a cliff overlooking a vast canyon in the desert, or when I sleep under the moonlight with a million stars, there's oneness. The clutter is gone. When my children hear wind and birds, here I am. Here we are. There is no lack of time.